Alright everybody, welcome to another tutorial, and today I'm going to show you the S-Box characters and how to make something cool. So we're not going to do all of this today, obviously, but this is one of their characters running after me, chasing me, and then he tries to hit me with his sword. And then he dies and disappears. So let's go ahead and figure out a basic idea of what we're going to do here. Before I do that, I want to show you guys what they donated to me. So these are some blank skeletons here. And you've got some masked skeletons with like some daggers that are on their waist. And then you've got the full-fledged skeleton, which is the one I was using. But then they also sent me these guys with spears, shields, magic, books, and archers. So you can make like a full entire game out of these guys, which is really, really cool. But today I'm going to show you guys how to do a basic AI that runs towards you and then explodes. And in order to do that, I'm going to use this basic fantasy skeleton. So I'm going to go ahead and basically go ahead and create a new level here. And I'm just going to make a basic one. It'll have nothing in it. That's okay. And I'm going to go ahead and grab a plane just for now. Drag that in, the 0 marker, 15 by 15. I'm going to put the player start here. Rotate that way. And I'm going to need a nav mesh, bounds volume. And I'm going to put that also at 0, 0, 0. And I'll make that at 15, 15, 15. And I'll hit the P key. And you'll see here it kind of renders on top of this plane. And this is the area that the AI will be able to move in. Okay. And that's why I have that there. So let's go ahead and grab this guy, move him forward a little bit. And I'm going to go ahead and this fantasy skeleton pack here, I am going to go ahead and grab that and click on, you know what, actually, let's just go ahead and delete these ones here. Including actually, let's delete the map. And then I'll delete everything except for the fantasy skeleton. I'll take here a second. I'll delete that. All right, and that'll give us a very good base. Now, the first thing I need to do is I need to go into my content folder and hit add, and I'm going to do a add feature. And this will be my third person character. Once I have added that third person character in, I'm going to go to my world settings and I need to make sure to select third person game mode. And what that'll do is it give me an option here now with a new folder for maps. And I'm just going to call it test map for now. Okay. Obviously, you'd be doing all of this in your main project. So just remember that. And I'll hit the play button. Can't see anything, need a directional light. Just for testing purposes. There you go. Got the mannequin. Now let's make some AI. We're good to go. So I'm going to go ahead and go to my skeletons. And I'm going to go to the mesh. And you're going to see here that I have the full skeleton as a skeletal mesh. So the first thing I want to do is create a new blueprint class. And I'm going to make this be a character. And I'm going to call this skeleton AI blow up. All right, so I'm going to grab that guy. I'll click on the mesh. Click on this guy. I'll assign it here. I'll need to rotate him 90 degrees, and then on the left viewport, drag him down so that his feet line up correctly. I'll have to adjust this down to 1. And just like that, back to perspective. Now, a lot of times you'll want to adjust this capsule circle, but for my purposes, it's going to work out okay. So I'm just going to keep it as is. Now we need to create an animation blueprint because currently he does not have one. And if you were to select one, he actually could use that. So that's cool. And it's because he's made to the correct skeleton there. The real question is will he automatically run forward? And so in order to do that, on event begin play, we're going to do AI move 2. Okay. And the target actor is going to be the player character. And this will be self. Acceptance radius of say 75 and compile and save. I'm going to drag this into here. And you'll see here he moves towards the player, just like that. However, as you can see, he does not run. And that's because of this animation blueprint here. So I'm going to go ahead and select none for now. And I'll compile and save that. And what we're going to do, we're going to create a new animation blueprint here. And we're going to select the UE4 mannequin skeleton, which is actually the one that the fantasy one is using. You could try to assign the mannequin skeleton, but I've discovered that this works better. So let's just call this skeleton anim BP, like this. Open that up. First thing I'm going to do is go to the event graph and delete everything in here. I'm then going to go to my mannequins, animations. I'm going to open up this guy, grab everything from the event graph, and bring it into here. I won't need anything else in here at the moment. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of that, hit compile, and you'll see I have all these errors that happen, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and promote this to a variable, and then I'll click back on that. Compile, and you'll see it'll clear up those. And then this one here, I'm going to promote this to a variable, like this. And actually promote that to a variable, my bad. Delete that, connect that up again. And I'll go ahead and delete movement component. Okay, so it's actually better for me to just grab the movement component, put it up here, go like this. Movement component, just going to drop it onto here, grab the old one and delete it. Same thing for down below. I'm going to create the variable, create the variable, create the variable, compile, create the variable, compile, add the movement component here, and compile. You'll see here I now have no errors. So now it's time to go to the animation graph. And I'm going to go back to my demo animations. And you'll see I have a couple animations here. And inside of here, I'm going to create a new blend space for the UE4 mannequin skeleton, idle to run. That's all I'm going to need right now. So I'm going to go ahead and under horizontal axis, I'm going to name this speed. I'm going to set this to 500, which is the default max run speed. And I will put this here on this side. And I will put the idle holding down shift for both of those on that side. And I'll hit save and close that out. And I'm going to create a state machine here. Pop that guy into there. Drag idle to run here. Whoops. Then double click on him. Ground speed will go into speed. compile, save skeleton NMBP is what I now want to select over here. And you should see now when I hit play, he actually runs towards the player with his animation. And that's all great. But let's say that he gets to the player and then he needs to do something. Well, in this case, we're going to apply damage to the player. So on success, we're going to apply damage. And the first thing I need to do over here is cast to third person character. Get the player character. I'm going to promote this to a variable. Like so. That way I can drop this guy in here as the damage actor. We'll just put, say, let's just say 50 for right now. I don't know if we're going to change that or not, but the last thing we need to do is go to our third person character blueprint, and we're going to put event any damage on here. I'm going to create him a health variable, make that be a float, and I'll grab the get health. The damage will be minused. So we're going to minus the damage from the float. Actually, these need to be reversed. Like so. And then we will set the health like so, and we will print string whatever that health is. So you'll see here he runs towards me, and then up in the top left corner you can see there that he damages me down -50. So the next thing we need to do is we're just going to put an event tick on here. We're going to grab the health. We're going to type in equal, and we're going to do less equal. So if A, which is the health, is less than or equal to B, which I'm going to put a 1 in here, and we'll branch out of that. Okay, and if that's so, and if it's true, then we're going to destroy the actor, which would be ourselves, right? And if it's false, then we'll just take damage. So you'll see here, whoops. Make sure we've got the default player start selected. Not sure what that's all about. Let's see here, tick. It's because our health needs to be, you know what, let's, instead of on event tick, let's pop this over here. And then we'll drag 2 AI into here. So first one comes in and destroys the player. And something else cool that we could do is after the applied damage, we'll type in particle. Just type in cascade for now. And there's a flame one here, right? So we'll apply the damage, that particle system there. We're going to go ahead and make it be invisible. So set visibility of particle system to new. We will delay for 0.25, I would say, and then we will destroy the actor. I'm going to go ahead and pop this bad boy up to be bigger, like say 50 by 50 by 50. And the reason is because I'm going to take our player start, drag him back here. I'll take this guy, put him way over here. And take this guy and make him be a little bit closer like this. You'll see the first one will, no, I need to update this too. Just like that. Play again. You'll see he runs towards me and he kills me, but there was a little bit of an animation there, which is kind of cool. And this part here is not working correctly because I need to divide the health. So for right now, I'll just do this. And you can see here when he explodes, and he explodes. So that looks pretty good. I would say this guy here needs to be like 0.15 instead. Let's see. That's pretty good. And I'm going to grab this mesh here. I'm going to go ahead and drag him into there as well. And now you'll see the character will disappear just a hair quicker, which is really good. And he caused damage to the player. And you'll have to work that out to where it's part of your damage system. But that's how to use a character from the marketplace to do chase AI and explode on impact to impact player health. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one.